Welcome to Trident Astrology. I'm Janine Kane. Today I'm going to be going over the numerology and tarot symbolism for the month of November. So this month is a universal 6th month. When we take the digits from the year 2020 and add it to the month 11, we get 6. What I find interesting is the synchronicity of the tarot symbolism as related to the astrological events that I talked about in my forecast. There's so many synchronicities happening here with the tarot symbolism. So the cards associated with the number 6 is the Lovers and the Devil. As we see here, the Lovers is number 6 and the Devil is 15, which when added together makes 6. So I'll do my best to just explain these cards as well as I can. The Lovers symbolizes the Garden of Eden. It symbolizes the state of perfection before they took the bite of the apple of the knowledge of good and evil. And so the Lovers card symbolizes the endopsychic, the implicate realms, the unconscious realms of the world, but it's more, as Schopenhauer would describe it, it's the subjective. It's the subjective world, as he called it. It's the realm of the complete unknown. It's the noumenal. It's the noumenal realm. Now, when we took the bite, symbolically, when we took the bite of the apple of good and evil, what basically that symbolizes that the minute we are born into physical manifestation, we are confined by physical matter. We can't leave very easily, you know. We have the chains of physical matter, of suffering, suffering. We have knowledge now of good and evil, of suffering, with knowledge of suffering, and so these cards symbolize what I call the primal dichotomy, the dichotomy between the noumenal, implicate, endopsychic versus the ectopsychic, phenomenal realms, the realm of the known, the physical. Now, the Lovers card is ruled by the Moon and Venus, and it comes around when there's a pinnacle juncture of decisions that need to be made. It symbolizes also the need to evolve beyond the comfort zone. So I don't know anything beyond the physical realm. I can only assume what happens before and in between the time that we are existent in this world. There's two infinities reaching out from the past into the future. And I really can't determine what the ethereal realm symbolizes. It's totally unknown. It's the Tao. But I mean, when I go to sleep at night, I don't feel any pain. I don't remember anything. There's a state of comfort there, and that's what this symbolizes: the state of the unknown, of the comfort of not knowing between good and evil. You can't know good without suffering. And so that's what this dichotomy here between the Lovers and the Devil symbolizes in the universal 6 numerology. Now, the Devil card, also known as Satan or Saturn, is card ruled by Saturn or Satan and Pluto. And I'm going to talk a little bit. I'm going to go into a little bit about the symbology of these planets here, and in relationship to the endo and ectopsychic domains for which our experience is constantly going in and out, intertwined with. So the Devil card represents constraint. It is a constraint. Our souls go into physical manifestations. We're constrained by the physical body. We also, when we're born into this world, we deal with disorder. We're constantly trying to deal with disorder and bring order back to chaos. And the Devil also symbolizes extremism. This symbolizes the desire to evolve beyond limitations, to take control over the things we do have control over. It symbolizes transformation, the shadow side of our unconscious, the subconscious forces therein, and the need to be integrated. And so this month, I mean, there is so much chaos and disorder and polarization and intensity, extremity. I mean, extremity. It's like so intense, and so these cards are suitable. And I think when we're born into this world, um, we contend with these two extremes, these two polarized realms. How do we integrate? We're souls in our physical body, and that we're here to evolve. It's not easy. We get wrapped into the Maya, to the illusion of the physical world here. We get wrapped up in it. Now, these cards also symbolize in astrology the Taurus Scorpio axis of being, which is, order versus disorder, um, the known and the unknown, having control, or we think we have control, versus no control, the ectopsychic versus the endopsychic. I think it also can be the in relationship to the axis of purpose, and also the axis of spirit, where Cancer and Capricorn, the ethereal realms of the moon, the moon rules Cancer, versus Capricorn, that is ruled by Saturn. It's the world of constraint and discipline and boundaries, and it really, what Saturn symbolizes is the constraints of the physical manifestation on the soul. Whereas I presume when we're in the ethereal realm, there is no constraints. It's boundless. And that's where it relates to the Virgo-Pisces axis, because Pisces is dissolution. It's boundless. And Virgo represents the existential anxiety of being separate from each other. It doesn't feel natural. And that's that Virgo-Pisces axis there. So what I'd like to do is really quick is I'm going to pull up my screen here, and I'm going to show you a little bit of the symbolism here between the endopsychic realm of the Venus Cancer versus the ectopsychic realm of Pluto and Saturn here, that are associated with the devil. Okay, so let me pull that up. Okay. Let's see, here we are. And so here I'm going to draw up very crudely. Here's Pluto, and it has three components. It has the circle, which it symbolizes universal consciousness. This is the Tao. This is symbolized by the lovers. It's the perfection. It's perfection. It's the unknown realms of perfection and the ethereal. And then we have, oops, here, let me redo that. And then we have the spirit. Now this symbolizes spirit that has visited into the physical manifestation. It's spirit kind of having a psychological awareness of itself. It's like, oh wow, I'm a spirit in the physical manifestation. And here, this cross, this represents the cross of matter. And so there's three main cycles in astrology, but I'll only go into two of them right now. And we have the 24-hour cycle, and then the yearly cycle. And the cross of matter here symbolizes that. It's like 6 a.m. versus spring, 6 p.m. versus autumn. We have the 12 p.m. or summertime, and then 12 a.m., the underworld of the winter time. And so when we take these into account here and we look at Pluto, what's happening here in this symbolism? Well, Pluto symbolizes scorpionic realms, which is very much related to the devil card, and it's about surrendering to the complete chaos and unknown. So here's the arms reaching out. My mentor Kelly Lee Phipps likened it to the arms reaching out in surrender to to the universal source of all known that will ever be, as the soul is trying to handle the evolution of human experience here. Now let's look at Saturn symbolism as well. If I can find my cursor. So here we have the cross of matter. It's subjugating the spirit here. Now this is, I just want to go into this real quick too. So here is the moon. Well, it's supposed to be a moon. But we have two arcs of spirit connecting here. So it's spirit. The moon symbolizes the ethereal realm. It's the soul before it enters into the physical realm. It's whole and all-encompassing. It's not broken apart yet. This piece here hasn't broken apart to join into the physical manifestation. So here, the soul it's a piece of the etherical unknown realms of the lovers, which the lovers symbolizes that the perfection of the unknown realm. Well, part of all of us has a part of that which has manifested into physical manifestation here. And see, the cross of matter is over spirit, okay? And so basically what this means is that the soul is subjugated to the will of the physical manifestation. It's subjugated to the experiences of the ups and downs of life. You know, it's subjugated to the knowns and the unknown, things in our control and out of our control. So this is one of the reasons why Pluto here and Saturn here are related to the devil card, because the devil card is the ectopsychic realm, the realm of the physical world where the soul is confined into the body. Now, we've already talked a little bit about the moon here. The moon, which is related to the lover's card, is the soul totally encompassed, not yet tarnished by the physical manifestation. And let's look at Venus. Also, it's ruled by the Venus also rules the lover's card. So let me find my cursor. It's very difficult for me to see. I'm always very impressed with people who can actually use these things. I'm new at this, so it's challenging. Okay, so here is Venus, and so we have Venus is the soul, universal consciousness in expressing itself through matter. So this is why Venus is the feeling function, as equated to the Jungian theory of the four functions. Well, Venus is the feeling function. It's like it's our ethics. It deals with how we view things or our feeling, not emotion. It doesn't deal with emotion. Now the moon is intuitive and it deals with emotion as well, but Venus deals with feeling. It's whether something is good or bad. It deals with, is it right or wrong? It has to do with ethics. But we can see here that universal consciousness, the great unknown, the Tao, is infusing it's infusing into the physical manifestation, so that we get a feeling, gut feeling like, oh wow, this doesn't feel right. Well, that's universal consciousness speaking to us, giving us a little heads up. So here's a little bit of symbology here relating to the planets in relationship to these cards. We can see that a little bit more clearer, with the moon and Venus related to lovers, and the Pluto and Saturn. We can see a little bit how the symbology relates to these. So what does this mean for the month? It means that we need to be integrating. We're living too much into the world of materialism. We want so much. We want control, and we need to let go of control. We need to trust more into the ethereal realms. So there is also going to be when we're dealing with the polarization happening, it would be good to remember that we are souls living in the world, that our souls are not dependent on the physical world. And so, yes, we are contending with order and disorder. And I guess the best advice I can give with this symbolism is take control over our own house. take care of our own internal dynamic, our own take care of our own well-being, and take care of what makes us have joy and feel grounded in the world. And if we can do that and take care of ourselves and know our values and know and what is good and what is right and all those things, then we can make better decisions individually. And when we can do that individually, it moves forward into the collective. All right. Well, with that being said, good luck with the November energetics, contending, balancing and integrating order and disorder, and known and the unknown. Anyway, just sending out many blessings and love. Thank you so much for watching.